The clock in the corner of the room struck midnight, and Lucas watched the second hand sweep toward the inevitable chime. The small office was bathed in the dim glow of a desk lamp, the only light cutting through the shadows of the night. The room was cluttered, filled with piles of old books and scattered papers. But it wasn't the mess that caught Lucas's attention. It was the letter. It had arrived that morning, addressed to him in an elegant script. But there was no return address, just a simple message inside, one that made his heart race. "Meet me at midnight, the old bookshop. I have something you need to see." He had thought it was a prank, maybe one of his colleagues, trying to get a rise out of him. But as midnight approached, he couldn't shake the feeling that there was something real, something important about this meeting. And now, here he was, standing at the edge of the street in front of the old bookshop, his breath visible in the cold night air. The shop had been abandoned for years, a place that had once been a treasure trove of rare novels and first editions, now forgotten and left to decay. The windows were cracked, the door hanging loosely on its hinges. But as Lucas approached, he noticed something strange, a faint glow coming from the inside. He hesitated, looking around to make sure no one else was around. The street was silent, as if the entire city had fallen asleep. Taking a deep breath, he pushed open the door. The inside of the shop was just as he remembered it, cramped aisles, bookshelves stacked haphazardly, and the distinct smell of old paper and dust. But there was something else now, a low hum, like the air was vibrating, almost imperceptible, yet undeniable. It made the hairs on his neck stand up. "Hello," he called, his voice echoing through the emptiness. No response. He took a few steps deeper into the shop, the wooden floor creaking under his weight. His eyes scanned the room, but there was no sign of anyone, no mysterious figure waiting, no note or clue to suggest who had written the letter. Then a sound, a rustling from the back of the shop, beyond the shelves. Lucas froze, his heart pounding. He wasn't sure if it was footsteps, or perhaps the wind shifting the old books. He strained his ears, trying to make sense of it. He turned the corner, and there, standing in the dim light of the back room, was a woman. Her back was to him, but he could see her outline, her long, dark hair cascading down her back. She was holding something, a book, but not just any book. This one was different. The cover was worn, the edges tattered, and the pages seemed to glow faintly, a soft, eerie blue. "You're here," the woman said, her voice low and calm. She didn't turn to face him. Lucas took a step forward, a mix of confusion and curiosity gnawing at him. "Who are you? And why did you send for me?"